Hey guys, it's Wolfie. Now, this video is pretty much going to be a straight shot through. It's no editing, no nothing. It's probably going to be like a TED talk and might be a little ranty, so I apologize. But, yeah, give me too long, didn't read in the beginning, and that's about it. Basically, this conversation is going to be about should esport players create content? And this is basically coming from the Smite scene and all the problems that are happening there. Now, the answer is yes and no at the same time. When the answer is no, is when your game is big enough where you being that good or the best is clouding its own. If you win that $14 million Fortnite tournament, everyone's going to see your face. Does that kid have to create content? No! Should he? Yes! But everyone knows who he is already. That's his clout. If you win League of Legends or you come in top 3, people are going to know who you are. Do you have to create content? No. Should you? Probably. Smite is kind of the opposite. It's a really small game. You could win and nobody will know who you are. That's the beauty and the negative of it. Unfortunately, that means that the value of your skill level is lower than other games like Fortnite. But the value of you being able to bring in and cultivate new fans and communities is worth more. Unfortunately, Warriors are taking advantage of this. I shouldn't even say taking advantage of. Do I agree with them? No, I don't like what they're doing. I think it's messed up, but it's business. When have you known the world to be fair? It's just not. Take a walk in their shoes for a second. If you had an ISP and you were paying a certain amount of money a month and they gave you 150 gigs of service, and in 2 years they're only giving you 60 gigs of service with the same price, would you want to keep paying the same price? No. You'd either want to adjust on the price or go to somewhere else. It's the truth. It's unfortunate that they're considering you gigs of service, but it's the truth. Let's also not pretend like Smite hasn't had really good orgs before that have gone above and beyond for the players. We've also had terrible orgs that tried to screw people over. Denial. But that's besides the point. They're not here anymore. And you just got to ask yourself, why aren't they here anymore? What are you left with? You might be left with the bottom of the barrel, the people who are just trying to make whatever amount of money they can. That's how it is. So, the too long didn't read is yes. Pro players in Smite should make content. But wait, before you get pissed off at me and be like, Wolfie, you washed up, retired pro, you suck, your stream is dead, whatever the hell. Content does not mean stream. Content does not mean YouTube video. That's not what it means. Content is entertainment. Content is to cultivate, create fans that will want to watch you play on the SPL or just want to follow you. This all increases how much you're worth and how much you can get for a salary. Because believe it or not, you don't work a regular job. You work on commissions, and your commissions are fans. Now, Twitch and YouTube aren't the only content. TikTok is still content. Twitter is still content. Instagram is still content. You don't have to stream for 4 hours a day to create content. You don't have to make a video a day on YouTube to create content. You don't have to make a guide to make content. You have to sell your personality. People have to want to watch for you. Good example of this is it don't matter how many games we can lose in a row. There's someone in the damn stream yelling 667 all our weekend. And that's just how he is. He's always there. You know him. Weekend fan 66799. He's there every single time. He gets banned every so often. But a good example of content that people don't even know is content is Polar Man Mike posting him losing weight. Is he doing this as good as he should? No! but he's still making content. If he posted every single thing he's doing on Instagram and the exact weight of him dropping every week or whatever, or just like showing what he's making and eating all the time, that's content. People are now attached to PBM. They are invested in him losing weight. They are more likely to watch his games on the SPL because now they're invested in who he is. He's pretty much bringing people from outside of Smite that might watch him now because they saw him lose 60 pounds. That's content. You guys can literally get 4 people from 4 different teams and talk trash on a podcast once a week. Don't gotta play games. Content. You guys can have TikTok or something of you guys doing pranks with each other inside the gaming house or just stupid funny moments. That's content. A vlog. I still remember the day where Ally did a vlog of him going to Taco Bell as being one of the funniest things we saw on the internet at the time. That's content. You played a ranked game, you got a quadra kill. Did you hit record? Yeah. Take that 30-second clip, throw that on Instagram, throw that on Twitter, you got content. If that tweet gets 3,000 likes or whatever amount of likes, it's content. People get more attached to you. Every time you respond and make a funny comment on Twitter and respond to your fans, that's content. That's what content creation is. That's what it's for. It's less about streaming and less about making YouTube videos and more about cultivating a community and a fan that's willing to follow you and watch you and stick with you. That is what increases your value. That is what orgs want. That is what gaming companies are asking for, let alone just high-res. That's what we mean by content creation. And yes, you can do it. And no, it doesn't take 10 hours a day to do it. You guys already have whatever small clout you have because you guys are pros. They see you on the SPL streams. They probably follow you on Twitter. You know what I mean? Request that high-res puts your Twitter at when they show you on stream. Or your Instagram or whatever. Help you get some more followers. You never know. People love that. It's not about just doing what's inside the box. Think outside. Do something funny. Do something stupid. That is content. So before you get all pissed off at me and be like, no, we don't have to. Athletes and sports do it. So do singers and everything. They all do stuff they don't want to do to communicate with fans, etc. You have to cultivate. Sorry that being good at Smite isn't enough to make you as popular as that kid who won $14 million on Fortnite or whatever amount of money it was. But it's just not. You can keep making excuses and say how it's not fair, or you can do some extra work. Because just as much as competing in the SPL is competition, you're competing to make yourself worth more. Because if you won't do it, someone else will. And I guarantee you can search through any successful esport and find some sort of like story for players or rivalry or journey that people went through, some sort of content creation that they did. Guaranteed. You might not like fighting games, but you probably saw that video with Daigo and Justin Wong getting parried and getting his ass blasted. 100%. Right? I'm just saying. Here, off the top of my head, you guys can have this one for free. WWE, right? Y'all can literally create fake beef. That's content. You think Stone Cold and The Rock really hate each other? Nah, they were in the back just counting money after, just not caring. That's what was happening. You think it wouldn't blow up to see Barra and Weeknd argue and make some fake? Regardless if it was real or not, the Incon and Weeknd drama blew up, and they both benefited off of it. Make fake drama. Or air your real drama. It's still content. Stop making excuses and do things. It'll help you in the end. Now, if you're this far in, sorry I didn't say this earlier, but no, it's what's happening in Smite and its viewership and all that is not the pro players' fault entirely. They're not helping, and they're part of the problem by doing this. But it's not their fault, and we're not in debate on saying whose fault is it mainly, or like all that other nonsense, or who's more at fault, or whatever, because we all have opinions on that, right? But you know, it just is what it is. The only thing we can help and change is ourselves. You can't really control what Hi-Rez does. You can't really control what anyone else does. You can only do what you can do. And you just got to ask yourself, are you doing everything you can to benefit yourself? If the answer is no, then your excuses fall on deaf ears. Deaf ears. Ooh, deaf ears. Anyway, guys, thank you all for listening. Sorry this went on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but appreciate it. Bye. Love y'all. Good luck.